Hello students, welcome to my channel. So as you know, we are discussing about exam success series, that is entry masterclass. So in today's class, we'll be discussing about one more topic, that is consumer electronics. This particular topic will be in two parts. Today, we will discuss about the first part and the second part will be coming in the next week. So this is chapter number 11. We are discussing about consumer electronics. All right. Okay. So what is consumer electronics? The household equipments, what you see in your homes, like television, refrigerators, microwave, washing machines, and so many other things. Not only television, your mobile phone is also comes under consumer electronics. So here we will be discussing about one topic each. We'll start with the introduction to the sound system. So here, what you have to understand, we will discuss only the important part and the definitions. And we will discuss at the end of this class, or we will in the end of this video, we'll take some questions which are important for you. That is the idea. All right. So first of all, definition, what is sound system? A sound system is an integrated collection of audio, right? It is a collection of audio components, basically designed to capture, process, amplify, and reproduce sound with desired quality and characteristic. So this is the definition part. Now, what are the key components or key functions? We will discuss about that. So first is source, that is audio signal generation. Who does that? The mic, player, streaming, these are audio generation. Processing, that is nothing but signal modification, that is equalizer effects and all. Then third part is amplification, that is power increase or drives the speaker. Preamplifier, power amplifier, then first preamplifier, second preamplifier, then finally comes the power amplifier and output is given to the speaker. Okay. The next is reproduction, that is conversion to audible sound wave, that is speaker part. Okay. Control system, because you have to control the volume, the sound. So we take that is as a control, that is volume, tone, source, selection. So I hope you understood the definition part and the key function parts. Okay, the source components here. In analog turntable, like you must have seen the old time, the turntable used to come, the record player, we used to call it. Okay, the turntable, tape recorders, tape decks, we used to call it, tuners in digital. With this, we are talking about the analog part, the older ones. Now we have digital, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, players, right? Streamers, these are digital. Even the computer-based media servers, smartphones, these are all digital devices. So these are, we call it as the source components. Amplification stages, that we have pre-amp stage, pre-amplification, before amplification, the power amplification, low-level signal amplification, power amplification stage, then comes the power amplification stage, high power amplification, that is the main power is transferred out. Then integrated amplifiers, that is combined preamp plus power. It is a combination of both, that is your circuit board. It is a combination of preamplifier and power amplifier. Reproduction components, this now we have decided, we have just learned that the loudspeaker, various types and sizes, headphones, earphones, that is also the work is same, right? It will give you, it produce noise and sound. Personal listening, subwoofer, low frequency production. So subwoofer are low frequency reproduction. For low frequency reproduction, we use subwoofers. Okay, so these are the source, amplification, and reproduction of the sound. Okay. Then we were discussing about analog audio and digital audio. Now, analog audio, on the other hand, is a continuous repetition of sound waves. That is, as we have already seen, analog signal, it will have up and downs like this, right? Okay, right. It is the traditional method of capturing and reproducing audio signal. So please remember reproduction, that is the final stage which you get on the speaker. That is nothing but it is an analog signal. Okay, then come to the digital part. Please remember nowadays the analog, the microphone, the sound which is coming from the microphone, it is converted into digital signal, right? Broken into zeros and one. Then again, final stage, it is again made into analogs. So digital audio refers to the representation of sound as a series of numerical values. I told you numerical values, zeros, ones. So these are the numerical. It involves the conversion of sound wave into digital data using a process known as sampling. Right? So digital is this word, you have to remember that sampling is compulsory done when we are converting to digital signals. Okay. Now, very important, one more thing, when we talk about the beginning, recording was very important part. First came the magnetic recording. Okay. Magnetic recording technology. So we have to learn about what is magnetic recording technology and what happens. So there is a tape, we call it as a magnetic tape, spools, tapes, with cassette recorder or audio cassettes or video cassette, VHS system, where you have magnetic tape, brown color tapes would have been there. Okay, so magnetic storage or magnetic recording is the storage of data on a magnetic medium. So tapes were the magnetic medium. So magnetic storage uses different pattern of magnetization, that is in a magnetizable material. To store data is a form of a non-volatile memory. Okay, volatile means which you can remove. Non-volatile means which can be permanent for a longer period, right? So there are two factors in it. One we call it as a read and one we call it as a write. Writing is nothing putting or you are recording, and reading is nothing but your playback. Okay, so during writing, an electrical signal feeds into a right head, that is the head, that will generate the magnetic field around the tape, right? Head, creating a magnetic field that polarizes magnetic material, the magnetic material, iron oxide or cobalt alloys, okay, on the medium. It is fixed on the tape medium, it will be, it's a chemical. During reading, the magnetic pattern on the medium induces a voltage in the read head, reversing the process to the retrieved data. That is exactly, it will be changed to reading part. That is, one is a writing part, that is putting it, and reading means retrieving it. Okay, so magnetic recording technology you should all understand. Okay, there is another technology after that came, that is optical recording method. Okay, so what is this optical? Our CD player, our DVD player, these are all optical devices. That means if information, that is digital information, if it is to be put on the DVD player or written on the DVD player, we used to have an optical head with a light. That means optical light, with the help of optical light, you will write or read from the DVD player, which will be moving very fast. You can. So optical recording method stores and retrieve data by using focused laser beam, to induce read or alter physical, magnetic or structural changes on the medium. The medium is the surface. Okay, so structural changes, physical medium, some holes and pits and all, it will be there and it will be written on that particular area. The examples are CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays and films. Some of the cases the films are also used. Now what is DVD? A DVD player is a machine that plays DVDs, that is your plastic part, which is called as DVD. It's a player, produces under both the DVD video and DVD audio. That is, you will get audio as well as video both. Okay. Technical stands, two different and incompatible standards. They have different standards. Many DVD players will also play audio CDs. DVD players are connected to a television to watch DVD. It's a video. If it is a video, then it is connected to television and you can watch movies or some documentaries or some information which you have already put onto the disc with the help of an optical light, which could be a movie or recorded by TV show or other contents. Okay, so this is about this thing. So digital, when we talk about digital, the camera, these thing comes under the CDs. These are all digital devices. Okay. Okay. Now we'll study very important part, that is very important subject, that is a TV system. Okay, you should know the basics of TV system and its scan. So in the beginning came the cathode ray tube, that is we call it a CRT, right? Is an electronic vacuum tube that uses electronic beam to create image on the phosphorus screen. Okay, phosphorus, that means in the illuminated part, the screen part which you see, that is nothing but a phosphorus screen. CRT have been used in devices such as oscilloscopes, old television, let it be black and white or color. Picture tube word means you have CRT. Okay, picture tube and CRT are same. Computer monitors, same, the older type. It operates by emitting electronic beam. The electron beam will be emitted, okay, inside with the help of a electron gun and the cathode. There is a filament inside. Okay, so likewise electron gun directing them to a phosphorus coated screen where the electrons produce visible light. Where it will produce? The phosphorus screen. So this is the basic of TV system. Okay, right. Now, aspect of CRT scanning. Now, the second part was scanning. So there is very important part that is called a raster scan. Then you have random scan and deflection system, right? So raster scan, the electronic beam scans the whole screen. The beam will itself will scan the whole this thing sequentially, commonly used in TV sets. So in our TVs, maximum you will have a beam system which will scan the whole raster. That is called as a raster scan. Then we have a vector scan, that is we also call it as a random scan. The electron beam is directed only to the part of a screen where a picture is to be drawn, acting like a pencil drawing lines directly, not the screen, whole screen, but where it is required, that is the vector value, it will be used and it will be put on that particular area. That is called as vector scan. So please remember raster scan and vector scan. Right, now we will study something called deflection system. This is also very important. So there are magnetic coils, that is deflection, we call it as yoke coil also. On the neck of the picture tube or the CRT, there will be a deflection coil. Horizontal and vertical coils will be there so that it will scan the beam, it will pull the beam on the other both the side to form a picture. That is nothing but we call it as a scan. Around the neck of the picture tube, bend the electron beam to position it precisely. That you have to remember correctly. Then you have a H sync and vertical sync, right? Horizontal and vertical. Okay. Pulses are electrical signal. What are those? Electric signal in a video signal. Then synchronize the display device like a monitor or TV with a video source, ensuring images appear correctly without tearing, jitter, and rolling. That is the image. If it is steady on the screen, who helps? The horizontal and the vertical sync the scanning part. All right. So this is the aspect ratio and the scanning part. Now, we will study something about common resolution rates. So there are VGA, that is 640 into 480 multiplied by 480 lines. We call it as a scanning lines. That is 31.5 kilohertz horizontal rate, 60 to 80 hertz vertical rate. XGA, that is 1024 to 768 multiplication, that is 60 hertz horizontal rate. HDTV, the latest one, is the highest one, that is 1080i into 720p. Right? Horizontal rate between 33.75 and 45. But why these rates VGA, XGA then? Please remember the time when the time went, the picture clarity became good and good. So HD will have the resolution rate is high, so it will have a good clarity. Then we will study about color TV now. Color TVs are nothing but we have all three colors mixed together. That is RGB color mixed together. We call it as a primary color. Mixing three primary colors, we get all other colors. So that type of this thing in a picture tube. Picture tube means CRT. It's a CRT basically. Okay. So we call it as a color TV. Now, one more thing very important in this you have to remember, that is what is a luminance and chrominance. So luminance is black and white, light part, light. So you see contrast part in the black and white, the older TVs, that we used to call it luminance. Chrominance is nothing but color. Okay. So Y is known as the luminance channel and it represents brightness within the image, while CB and C are the chrominance channel representing the color of the picture. Right. One more thing you should remember about additive and subtractive color mixing. Usually we use additive in our TVs and all, but subtractive we will use for printing purpose, not for electronic guns or CRT and all. It will be used for that particular purpose. Okay. Right. Now, color TV systems. We have to study about the system also. There are different type of system. Television transmission technology that also includes color television information for the picture so that the video images can be displayed in the color on the television set. That is nothing but transmission color TV system. We call it. This is the definition part. Then we have something called NTSC, PAL, phase alternating lines, and SECAM, that is sequential color with memory. So these are the different type of system followed by different countries. Some basics are there, like in India, we follow PAL system, that is 625 lines, that is 50 hertz. Okay. Then other countries like America and all, they have NTSC system, that is their frame rates are different, that is 525 lines and so on. SECAM is used in France, Russia, Africa. So this is frequency modulation of colors. Okay, SECAM is also called frequency modulation of colors. So I've shown one chart here. You can go through this chart. What is the frequency difference between bandwidth and carriers, waves and all? This is given in this particular chart. Okay, so that is about color TV systems. Okay, now we have come to the important part. That is the final part of this. That is MCQ. Some important question are given with the highlighted in red. That is the answer for that. What is the primary color system used in television display? RGB, red, green, blue is the correct answer. Question number 2, which scanning method was used in traditional CRT television? That is cathode television. Interlace scanning is used. Please remember that. This is the correct answer. Which color TV system uses 625 lines and 50 hertz? So both BNC, that is PAL and SICA. Okay, so that is the correct answer for this. Now the fourth question is, what is the aspect ratio of HDTV? 16:9 is the correct answer for HDTV. Next question, which sync pulse has a longer duration in the TV system? The vertical sync has a longer duration in the TV system. Total, next question number 6. What does THD stands for in audio system? Now we are discussing about audio. Total harmonic destruction. This is the meaning of THD. That is question number 6, right? Okay. Now the next question, question number 7. What is the primary advantage of interlace scanning? That is why it is used. To reduce the bandwidth. Okay. So the correct answer is reduce the bandwidth. Question number 8. Which NTSC component carries brighter information? So why signal carries the brighter information? Okay. 9th question. What is the primary purpose of an amplifier's gain control? We call it as a gain control. Okay. To match input signal level from different source. The gain control is nothing but to match input signal level from different source. I hope we will end it up here, the first part. I'll see you in the next week. I will give you the second part. We'll discuss more topics and I'll give you more questions on that. I hope you will like it. If you have any comments to be given, please let me know. If you want to study something else, you please tell me. I will try to make videos on that. Thanks for watching. See you next week.